Okay, gang, we are officially in pre-release for Edge of Eternities. I opened an entire play booster box the other day, and now I have the bundle. So I'm a little familiar with the set now. I know a little bit more about it. Opened 30 packs in the other video. Have a little bit more as far as feelings on it. I wanted to get it opened so you guys can see what's included in the bundle. $49.99 is what I paid for this. And I'm just going to start off by saying this artwork on the front is really making me as an artist happy. I really like the style of it, not gonna lie. Just everything about it makes me very, very happy. So, so this is our typical magic bundle that we get with every set. And as you can see here on the back, we have the Battle for the Fate of a Dying Star. So we have the 5 traditional foil and 5 regular borderless celestial basic lands. We have a spin down counter. We have 9 play boosters, an alt art traditional foil emissary escort. So that's our bundle exclusive card, our card box, which looks like it'll be the artwork that's on the front of the box. And then we also have the 10 traditional foil and 10 regular basic lands. Usually they just kind of lump all these lands together, but since we do have so many lands in this set, we have the regular basic lands and the full art basic lands. So we have a full set of all of the base lands, basically, is what I'm trying to say in this bundle. That was a really awkward way of saying it. It is largely the same as what we get in these bundles usually, but they are just kind of wording it a little bit differently. And as opposed to what we saw in like the Final Fantasy bundle, we are not getting random cards in this. We're actually there is an actual bundle card for this set. So I'm gonna go ahead and rip this baby open. Oh no, that was gonna be so satisfying. So there's our box. Let's see here. Wow, that got really, really kind of. So, okay, so of course we have our little sheet in here that tells us what all the different products are as far as play booster, collector booster, and our commander deck information. So in the play booster box, we got a similar little schematic, I guess, here that was of the different races that are in this set. And so this time we are getting what looks to be their ships. So yeah, so it looks like the basic kind of ships that we have and the symbol we have for the different races on this one instead of the races themselves. Very, very kind of cool the way they've integrated so much into this one. Really just keeping up with that magic in space kind of theming. So this is our box. As I said, here's the artwork that was on the front of the packaging. Our magic symbol this time, pretty. Still think Tarkiers is my favorite of the year. And okay, so yeah, we have the same artwork on both sides of this one. And the end caps are just a little bit different. All right, so in these, we get pretty much the same thing every time, like I was saying before. So we get our box and we get the... Ooh, come here. Come here. Ooh, okay, I'll get to that in a second. Ah, everything's coming out. I'm ill prepared. All right, so we do have the regular that we always get, the cardboard inserts that has our counters on here, and that is, I know now, Sammy. There's our symbol again, our magic symbol, and then we do have more of the status effect things over here. So, oh, and our other artwork. So these, of course, pop out, and then you can use them as card dividers in your boxes if you so choose. I do not use them that way, but there you go. All right, so one of my favorite parts of all the bundles are the life spin down counters. And so let's see this one. We've got a very swirly blue. There's our set symbol. Got this silver. I was honestly expecting more of maybe like a gold or like maybe a brighter color for the numbers on this one, but I'm not upset about it at all. I think that it looks pretty good. or there's some swirly galaxy goodness in here, you can see. um, but yeah, I love these. I have a whole collection of these. Maybe I'll go through them sometime, just as a random talking point. But so, and there are multiple colors. I'm not sure what you can see because of the lights in here, but there are multiple colors, shifting shades of blue in this. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. All right, so here are our play booster packs. We'll get to those in a minute. So here we go. We have, let's open, this is going to be our basic lands in the non-foil. So as I said in the last video, the lands are just incredible in this set. I just love the aesthetic of these full art lands. So we get one of each of the plains. Got our island, our swamp, our mountain, forest, and then we have just our regular basic lands, 2 plains, 2 island, 2 swamp, 2 mountain, 2 forest. And then we do have our instruction cards of how to play the game. This will be our bundle exclusive card and our foil lands. So here is our bundle, and that's the way you know that it is our bundle card, is it says right there. But it does have the EOE and the set symbol, and it has the P for promo card. I actually pulled this card in the play box, but this is, of course, a different version of that card. So with alternate art. And then we get to our foil full art lands, which are just honestly stunning. I'm going to try to not gush too terribly much about these. I did go on for quite a long time in the last video about these. They're just so beautiful, and the little details in here, like you can see the way the foiling is done. The different stars and galaxy elements really, really stand out against the black backgrounds on these, or the darker backgrounds. So pretty. Oh, they're beautiful. So there's our mountain, looking very fiery. It's really, really pretty. And honestly, I don't know if the forest or the swamp is my favorite. It's good that I'm a black-green player because I love both of them. But just, again, look at how the foiling on that is just so pretty. All right, and then we have, of course, there's our 2 regular plains cards, which these ones do also look really pretty in the foil. So I'm not sure if I saw that one before. So, and of course, one of the benefits to getting the bundle is that you do get a guarantee of having one of every of the basic lands. If you are a collector and a player like I am, I always have. These go straight into my collection most of the time. I do not necessarily play these ones. I use the ones from different packs that I open to play, but I have like a whole collection of the different lands, especially the foil lands from the different sets from the bundles, so I don't have to worry about pulling them for my collection as well as for my decks to play. So we get 9 play boosters. 7, 8, 9. This is our Tesseract, is our planeswalker for this set. Our resurrected planeswalker for this set, I guess, maybe. So he is featured on our artwork for the play boosters. So we've got munitions there. All right, starting off with a reprint. Stalker. Okay, there's Halia. One of two different versions of her we have in this set. Honor. Okay, so is Sunset a Saboteur. There's our first rare. And then a very, very pretty Fell Graveship for our foil. So that is a spacecraft card, which is neat. The spacecraft cards do have a very nice look to them. I mentioned in the last video that I don't really know much of how they work, and I'm still I'm still learning that. It's only been a couple days. So, and then the robot ammunitions card. So you got Embrace Oblivion. So, and my last video, which I will link to so that you guys can check it out, so you can see me open 30 packs of these cards. But it has been a few days since then, and I have had a chance to, even with all of the stuff coming out of Comic-Con, I have had a chance to kind of look through these cards a bit, get a little bit more familiar with them. That is a Xenomorph right there. That's what that is. But and I have to say that I am enjoying this set. I think that it is interesting that they decided to have such a, oh, hey, here we go. Speaking of, such a land-heavy set. We have a Sacred Foundry land for our rare here. The number of amazing land reprints in this set and the number of just amazing artwork of those lands is really something. They really kind of did really knock it out of the park, in my opinion, on these. Just this whole set, as far as, and it looks like, what do we have? Okay, there's a planes back there. Okay, so so that's rare. Oh, we have a second rare. We have R, and it is a mythic, a Quantum Riddler Sphinx with flying. One or fewer cards in hand. Yep, that's blue. That's what that is. Very cool. All Fates Stalker for our foil. And then the land. Just the overall tone and theming of this set, I think, really came together well. And like I said, the lands, the different treatments and stuff they have for the lands, the different showcases are just incredible. There's our little drone friend. Got our Weft Blade Enhancer. Shattered Wing, another reprint. Lost in Space. Again, this set does have referencing in it, as lots of the past sets of the last couple years have had. I think they are a little less heavy-handed in this set, and I think people are responding better to it. I personally didn't have a problem with any of the ones that a lot of people disliked before, so I can't really say too much on that front. But okay, we've got Sunstar Chaplain as our rare. And Eurosocial Engineering. Oh, cool. And the foil. There's our planes card. And then we have a lander human soldier. So, yeah, I said before that I do feel like this very much is a magic in space. I feel that this set is very inspired by sci-fi, but it's not as tongue-in-cheek and it's not as blatant maybe as some of the last couple sets have been, which I think means that Wizards is listening to. I know that was a complaint from a lot of people about like the sets over the last few years. And hopefully we will see this trend continue into Lorwyn for next year. Was hoping we would see a little bit more about that at Comic-Con, but we do have one more Magic Con this year. So hopefully we will find out more there. All right, so here we go. We have a rare spacecraft, and Sarima, maybe? I don't know. Oh, okay. So, and now we have one of our viewport lands. So this is one of those things talking about the different kinds of showcase, the different kinds of artworks they have for these. So this is a mythic, and it is Uthros Titanic Godcore, which these viewport lands are all just amazing. This one is not a foil, but still I think the effect of all of the black and the very colorful to give that kind of, well, you know, viewport look translates very well. But okay, we've got Sammy's Curiosity for our foil. Ooh, a foil, a regular plane, a lander, and human soldier. So yeah, I guess it didn't really hit me until later when I was watching some of the other people that I watched who open packs and stuff like that, Wubby and some other people, and it really hit me that it's just, this set is so land heavy. Here's another spacecraft. This is a common one, Wormwall Sweeper. And oh, there's our Felgrav ship. In the regular, it didn't really hit me how, oh, there's Uthros Cyanicist. Wow, that's a name. Until I watched some other people, it didn't occur to me how land heavy this set is. Since it's a space set, I think it's kind of interesting that they did that. Galvanizing Saw Ship, another spacecraft. Lots of spacecrafts in this one. So we've got Nautilus. And, ooh, weapons manufacturing for our rare. And the Pinnacle Kill Ship. I have so many of this card. There's our forest, our lander, and drone card. I don't know why it really just didn't occur to me that it's there are just so many lands in this set. I knew there were lots of reprints, and I knew that there were some kind of popular cards that they decided to update in some ways and add some things to. But yeah, I think it makes this set kind of stand out more. There's another spacecraft. It gives its own kind of identity along with just the overall aesthetic of the set. So Rust Harvester for our rare. I think we have a second rare here. Okay, we've got the Esteli Reclaimer. I have pulled this one already before, and I did mention before, I talked about that the fantasy characters in space and some of the aesthetics that they've done here. The angels in this set are really stunning, some of the ways they've decided to depict them with these kind of celestial bodies. I really like the way that they've done that one. So there's our emergency eject. There's our very pretty, I don't know, is it prettier than the forest? Anyway, so yes, foil, full art swamp, lander, and robot. So Glacier Godmaw Leviathan. Big stompy thing. Makes me happy. Oh, hey, there we go. There's Sulthera the Super Void. So this is the big card for this set. This is the Sulthera is the one they have the headliner card from, and the showcase and everything is this. The lore all hinges around this dying solar system. That's cool that this is the second one I've pulled. I was hoping, since I pulled this before, that I would either pull a variant of it or I would pull Tesseret, but I'm not going to complain too much on that. There's a very shiny nutrient block, and planes, a lander, a human soldier. We have 2 packs left to go. Orbital Plunge. display. There's our Wormwall Sweeper spacecraft again. There's Atomic Reblade Trooper, Bulker Trooper, and oh, so Gene Morph Imago. I'm gonna guess is how you say that. So, all right, flying and landfall. Interesting. And the Exosuit Savior, a gorgeous full art mountain, and lander slash robot. Last one. Will we pull Tesseret? We will not. This is one of the ones, and I remember this from the previews because they showed this back when they first talked about this set, and I totally see Battle of the Planets in this. And maybe that just is my age, but that's totally what I see when I look at this, like a magic version of Battle of the Planets. But anyway, there's Diplomatic Relations. This already has an errata to it because target creature gets +1/+0 is actually target creature you control, because otherwise it's very very cutthroat, and they don't let green do that. So, Beckoner, Radiant Strike, Actuator, Elite, Tractor Beam, and so we have Osteoharmonist for our rare. Cool. And Close Encounter, Swamp, and a Lander Human Soldier token for our final pack. Okay, so let's see here. So we have rare, mythic, rare, mythic, rare. So we have 3 mythics out of 9 packs, one of them being the Viewport land, which is very cool. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of the different borderless cards in this one. I did a lot better with pulls on those in the last video, because in addition to the Viewport lands, there are also 3 additional borderless alt art cards, and we got none of them. There are 2 other borderless showcase cards in this. There's the Viewport lands, there's the Triumphant cards, and then also the Surreal Space cards. The other thing that we did not get in this at all, which is interesting, is we did not get a single card from the bonus sheet. The Stellar Sites bonus sheet is one of the places where a lot of the reprinted lands I was talking about pop up. The bonus sheet, of course, is all reprints. This time they did all lands. That's what I was talking about, how land heavy this set is. So there are 45 different lands in 2 different versions in the set. There's a regular version that has very interesting kind of alien looking font on it, and then there are the poster versions, which are only available in the collector boosters, and they also have galaxy foils of all of those available in the collector boosters, and they are all beautiful in the galaxy foil from what I have seen. But it does include some really neat, very loved and sought after reprints, which is kind of interesting for them to do that at this point. I am enjoying this set. The artwork, some of the artwork in this is just extremely stunning. The spacecraft stuff I haven't really dove into much yet, so we'll see how that plays out. But I am optimistic. Of course, since San Diego Comic-Con was going on, Wizards has jumped on the opportunity to promote the next Universes Beyond set, which is Spider-Man. I'm not going to discuss that now. I will be discussing it soon, talking about some different things that we learned from Comic-Con as far as what's going to be going on with that set. but I want to make sure to give Edge of Eternities ample room to kind of breathe because it's just bad timing that the release of Edge of Eternities happening to fall on the same weekend as Comic-Con, and so they're pushing out stuff for the next set before this set is even really officially out yet. Between now and then, you can support your local game shop by going and buying sealed product from them. Or you can head over to hedwigshobbies.com and pick up some of the singles that I have opened that we will not be keeping. I don't really have a lot more to say in this one, which is kind of odd for me because I do tend to prattle on. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you taking some time to hang out with me today, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.